The views and opinions expressed in this content are that of a continuously evolving nature and are subject to change as humanity evolves into higher states of awareness.
Hello everyone, just Lee again here, and I'm just driving down the country to interview Anne McGill again, who is the 80-year-old light worker, which is getting a little bit of a following now on my channel because everybody seems to love her videos, and I thought I'll go and interview her again because she's told us she's got quite a few more things she wants to share with the world before her time is up, and I thought it would be nice just to get get all her life experiences and lessons on YouTube, so that they're there forever. And as I was driving down here, I had a thought to kind of make a quick video about how to create your own reality. And if you haven't already heard that you can do this, then this is good news, okay? Because what this means is that you have the ability to create your own reality just by changing your inner reality, okay? Because what happens is when you change your inner reality, your external reality will actually mirror that internal state, literally. So what a lot of people do is they'll kind of not like being somewhere or being around a certain people or a place, and the reason for that is because they've got a past experience where they've had a bad experience in that place, okay? So this is causing anxiety and depression for a lot of people, and they're not enjoying being in the moment. So once you create your inner reality, you'll notice that all these places that you used to dislike, or these people that you didn't like being around, you'll actually find quite joyful. And this is because you're gonna learn how to change your inner reality, which then reflects on your outer reality, and it just makes life a whole lot better. Now, the first thing you need to do is, I'm going to give a simple example of this, just so you can start doing this straight away. So the first thing you need to do is, let's say for instance you don't like being out in public. The first thing you do is you need to realize or remember why it is you don't like being out in public. And the reason I say remember is because the reason you're not happy in a specific time-space reality is because you've got a past experience that you dislike about it. Okay, so if you don't like being out in public, it's possible you've been in a busy place before and you've thought people were looking at you or judging you, or you haven't been very self-confident and you've thought that you don't look very good and people are going to judge what you look like. Or you could have been at school around a lot of children and you got bullied, or one of them said something and they all laughed, this and that. There's lots of reasons why people don't enjoy their own time-space reality. But what you need to realize is that every second, when you're here and now, everywhere you are in this time-space reality is okay, because it's a totally different paradigm to the previous past experience that you had, okay? And a lot of times people don't realize this because they're stuck in their own head. So the first thing you need to do is, say you're out in a public place, you need to look for the evidence yourself to show that what you're thinking is not the reality now, okay? Because everybody's on a totally different paradigm than they were then. So that's the first thing you need to do. And when you realize this and you actually see the evidence for yourself, you'll notice that people aren't actually judging you, okay? People are not going to bully you again, because they're in a whole different paradigm to those people at the time in the past that did cause that negative experience. So once you've scanned your external environment and you've realized that no one's actually judging you anymore, you can then start to look at life in a different way, okay? Think to yourself, do I really want to be unhappy in this situation, or do I want to be happy? And this is a choice, okay? You can choose to look at reality in a different way. And I'll give you some examples of how to do this, okay? So look at other people instead of you thinking that they're looking at you. Try that, okay? Don't look at them in a hypocritical way or anything like that, or in a nasty way. Look at them in a positive way. Look at what they're wearing, okay? Think about all the different types of clothes we can wear today. Appreciate that. Think about all the different shops that sell clothes. Think about all the different colours of clothes and the different materials. Think about that, okay? Listen to people's conversations. Don't just think, oh, they're talking about rubbish, I'll not be interested. I'm not interested in what people are saying. Try and listen to what they're saying and try and enjoy what they're saying, okay? If they're happy, feel their happiness. Try and enjoy the conversations. Think of it like watching a movie. Think of it like that. Listen to the sounds in the place. Listen to the traffic in the background. Listen to the music in the background. All the people talking. Don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as a positive thing. And then you can kind of feel things. Use your senses, okay? Feel what it's like to sit in the seat that you're sitting in, okay? Smell the people walking past you. Smell the perfume. Smell the coffee. Smell the food. Smell the fresh air. Appreciate that. And as you start to appreciate these things, what will happen is your state will slowly start to rise. So you'll go on like a higher vibrational energy. And when you do this, you'll start attracting all these things that make you happy anyway. So you won't even have to look for them eventually, because they'll just start coming to you. And you'll start to realize that you can actually enjoy your time-space reality, and you don't need to dislike it just because of the past, okay? And when this happens, this is the law of attraction working, and what happens is you'll start to attract positive things in your life, because your external world will literally mirror your internal world, okay? What do I mean by this? What I mean is when you go out and you do this quite often, and you start getting used to doing this, what will happen is you'll walk in places and whatever you want will be there waiting for you, okay? So you'll walk into a coffee shop and your favorite seat will be there free waiting for you to sit on. You'll walk in your favorite food shop or a supermarket and your favorite food will be on the shelf just there, just waiting for you to pick up, okay? Anywhere you go, the universe will just bring these positive things to you because it's mirroring your positive attitude, and your positive internal is then becoming a positive external. And this is how it works, okay? So try this next time you're out. Try and think, do I really want to be unhappy? Look at everything in a different way and start to look at reality in a positive way instead of a negative. So the more you practice this, the better you become. And eventually you will get to a point where you can create your own reality in most situations, okay? And your life will just become better. But as you're doing this, you will go down to that lower vibrational frequency sometimes as well, and you'll go back to your old self. But when this happens, don't get disheartened. Just think of it as a reminder of your new positive energy, okay? And when you do that, you'll be able to bring yourself back on that positive momentum again, and it builds up, just like the law of attraction does. It starts on a weak momentum, and as the momentum builds up, it gets stronger and stronger until eventually you're in these blissful states, okay? So try this for 30 days, guys. Try it, and I promise you, if you do this for 30 days, you will realize your life can become much better than it is now, okay? Don't become a leaf in the wind like most people are, being controlled by the external environment, being controlled by other people, the governments, society, TV. Don't be like that, okay? Try this for 30 days and you'll see that this will work for you. Even if it doesn't work for you, don't worry about that, okay? Because it will work eventually. This is because of the law of change, you see? You can only be unhappy in your situation for so long until you become bored of that unhappiness and you realize you have to change your life. So it will happen anyway in the future. So if you can't do it now, don't worry about it. It will happen in the future, okay? And the more you do this, the more you'll reach these states where you can control everything in your reality. Then you get into the more advanced forms of reality creation, such as the white magic, and then you can use your abilities to help others, okay? And remember, what you've learned, you can also unlearn, okay? So society has taught you to be controlled and base your state on the external environment. You've learned that through growing up in society, and you can unlearn it as well. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. thank you for listening today, and please subscribe to the channel Real Spirit Dynamics, and I'll see you in the next video.